channel. So if you are new to my channel, I am the Diamond Alexis. And on this channel, I do post Air Force related videos, story times, occasional vlogs. But in this video specifically, as you can tell by that title, I'm going to be talking about the dream sheet, even more specific, the job dream sheet and your base preference dream sheet. I have gotten questions about how the dream sheet works, especially for people who are going into an open career field and they're just kind of like, hey, how does this work when it does become time to fill out the dream sheet for the jobs that I want? In this video, I hope to answer all of those questions that you guys may have. If you plan on going into an open career field, whether that be open mechanical, open admin, etc., you will not make your dream sheet until you get to BMT. Now, I'm not 100% sure which week it is, but while you're in BMT, that is when you're going to make your dream sheet. Now, if you know for sure that you are going into an open career field, I highly suggest looking up jobs that you could possibly see yourself doing. When you get to BMT, there will be a binder in your day room that has every single job and a description of each one. It'll also tell you like all the bases that you can go to. Or for myself, I ended up using, I believe it's called thediamondalexis.com, and I'll link that down in the description box. But pretty much you can type in any AFSC you want into the job search, and that will also give you a job description of whatever career field you typed in, and it'll tell you where your tech school is and all of the bases you can go to as well. Now, I will say to pick a handful of jobs that you can see yourself doing or that sound cool or that, you know, you've done your research and you're like, I wouldn't mind doing this. Have a couple of those in your back pocket. And I say that because I went in open mechanical and I was like, I want NDI, non-destructive inspection. I wanted NDI as my career. And honestly, I didn't know what all those other mechanical career fields were. I had no idea what they did. I couldn't see myself doing any of that like hands-on mechanical work. Like, I knew for sure I wanted NDI. I looked up a couple of the other career fields, but I was just kind of like, you know, I guess I'll put one here and put one there. You know, I don't really know much about anything else. I really had like a good 3 or 4 careers that I wanted to put down on my dream sheet, but I had in my mind that NDI was going to be my #1 choice. However, once I got to BMT, and actually looked at the jobs that I qualified for and that I could potentially put down, NDI was not on there. NDI, I guess, was unavailable at the time, and I had no idea at that point what I was gonna put down because NDI was like the only job that I really truly wanted and I really truly saw myself doing. So I was just kind of like, had to grab stuff from my memory on what the other career fields were. And before you fill out your dream sheet, the instructor will let you know to put like a good, at least 5 to 7 jobs on your dream sheet, because the more you have up there, the better chance you have of getting the job that you want. If there is a job that you absolutely do not want, you cannot see yourself doing, do not put that on your dream sheet. It doesn't matter if it's gonna fill up those, you know, that 5th spot or, you know, that 10th spot, however many jobs that you put down. If you cannot see yourself doing it, do not put that job down. I won this like 3 or 4 times about that. I ended up putting 5 on my list. The top 3 were the ones that I had researched and that I had remembered. And then I think for my 4th and 5th one, like, I don't even remember what I put for those, but I knew there were jobs that I was like hoping and praying that I did not get, but I didn't want to just put, you know, those 3 on there because there was a higher chance of them putting me in a career field that I didn't put down to begin with if I only put like those 3 jobs. You see what I mean? I also want to point out that the jobs that I qualified for after taking my ASVAB, like, they print you out a sheet of all the jobs that you qualify for. And it wasn't until I looked at the jobs that I qualified for while I was filling out my dream sheet that there were, #1, there were jobs that I didn't know that I qualified for to begin with because they weren't on the original sheet. And 2, there were some jobs that I had qualified for that weren't on there, such as NDI. So that's a big part of why I highly suggest keeping like a good 5 to 7 jobs that you are dead set on that you can see yourself doing. But again, if you get nothing else from this video, do not put down a job that you do not want on your dream sheet. But for my dream sheet, I ended up putting the 3 that I remembered as my top 3. So I know my #1, I put age or aerospace ground equipment. So glad I did not get that job. Now, I'm not saying that that's a horrible career field. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I do see some of the things that they do on a daily basis, and I'm just like, wow, couldn't be me. And I put low observable structural maintenance as my second choice, which is the one that I got. And I put aircraft structural maintenance as my third choice. And weirdly enough, a lot of people that I work with now, or like that I graduated with, ended up getting their second choice. I don't know if that's the thing, like, to keep into consideration. I don't know if there's something going on with that, but just know a lot of people got their second choice as a job. I ended up getting low observable structural maintenance, which there's really not a lot of videos on my career field, which, I mean, I understand it is a very new career field and there's a lot of like, it's very hush hush to an extent. So I'm sure a lot of people like don't know what they can and can't talk about, which is why I haven't made very many videos about it and I haven't talked too much about it. But yeah, I'm glad I got the job that I did compared to what I put on my dream sheet. I feel like I hit the lottery. Now, if you're going through BMT and you already have a job set, you will completely skip this step in BMT. You guys will all make that long like hike to this building, to the same building to do the same process. But since you guys have already gotten your jobs locked in, you guys go to like a different room and I guess they interview you or something, or like, I don't know, you just end up not going through the whole dream sheet process because you already have a job. So, but if you guys made it this far in this video, thank you so much. And just to help me out with my engagement in the comment section, just go ahead and leave a smiley face in the comments. Now to talk about the dream sheet that everyone wants to know about, the base preference dream sheet. Now you won't fill out this one until you get to tech school. So for us, we ended up going through the in-processing the very first week and filling out your base preference dream sheet as a part of that in-processing. And they have you log onto your portal and it'll give you a list of literally every single base that exists for Air Force jobs. Your instructors should let you know which jobs are specific to your career field, so you can just basically choose from that. So once me and my class filled out our dream sheets, we literally found out where we were going the very next week. Like literally 7 days after we filled out our dream sheet, we found out exactly where we were going. So a lot of people would like to know how to get your base preference. What can I do to increase the odds of getting my base preference? And let me just go ahead and say, it is called a dream sheet, okay? It's called a dream sheet for a reason. You can dream, you can dream, you can believe, you can pray about it, but it is a dream sheet. It is not a guaranteed sheet. Otherwise, that's probably what they would call it if it was guaranteed. But like I always say, nothing in the military is guaranteed. So go into the military, go into everything, every situation with an open mind, because nothing is guaranteed. Now, I will just say that I put all but one base on my dream sheet because I didn't know anything about that base. I just didn't like that base. In my head, I didn't think I was going to like it, so I didn't put it on my dream sheet. But lo and behold, that was the base I got assigned. So the only base I did not put on my dream sheet is the one that I got. Again, best piece of advice I can give is do not be dead set on anything in the military as, you know, a new airman, because I'm not saying it won't happen or that it can't happen, because definitely people have gotten like really amazing first bases. I'm not gonna say they don't. Just go into it with an open mind, okay? If it looks like a base you're not gonna like, at least research the area. Research like what there is to do in the area before you just dismiss it altogether. A couple of factors will play into what bases you can be sent to. So I know things like drug-related incidents, criminal record, the type of job you have, like those kinds of things may or may not limit you from going to a particular base. So I know for my job specifically and for this base that I'm at, if you have even like smoked weed, like if you tell your recruiter that you smoked weed before and that's like documented, or if you have any related incidents involving like marijuana, that's documented on like, I don't know, your record of somehow, you cannot come to this base. You can't go to like a PRP base or like a high security base type thing. So also, like I said, you know, whatever job you may have, you may not have a whole lot of overseas bases to go to. You may not have, you know, very much of any bases to go to. Like I've seen certain jobs that only have like maybe 3 or 5 bases that they can possibly go to, whereas there are jobs that have like they can go anywhere, like security forces. Like, I know a lot of people crap on security forces, but hey, they can literally go anywhere in the world because security forces is always needed everywhere. But I hope this video helped you guys out. If you guys enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. Also hit that bell button right next to the subscribe button just so you guys can get notified every time I post videos. In the comments below, let me know what your dream base preference is. I would love to know where you guys would like to go, where you guys would like to be stationed ultimately. So definitely let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.